follow the fingers of Billy Bow.
Unbelievable scenes here. Yes, Sam, well played. Throw your bat in the air, throw your helmet away, pick him up, put him on the ground. They've been brilliant.
This is just an amazing performance by him, and we're only in the 10th over. So let's just see. I'm going to set that for you here. Facing Billington now. That is fantastic. That is a top wicket. It's one of the most crucial wickets of the day. Tom Cooper out for 26, bowled by Richard Billington exactly. The new batsman is Tom Hegelman. Almost George Hegelman. Wicket there for
Well, welcome back to Mannifield in Aberdeen for today's ODI between Scotland and the Netherlands. We've been experiencing a number of internet connection difficulties here at Mannifield. Those have now been resolved, and you join us sadly as Scotland lose their third wicket, that of Josh Davey. Just reached 30 and had until a rain break been playing with great confidence and a number of boundaries. So to recap on the day's events so far, Scotland won the toss and elected to bowl and restricted the Netherlands to 180 for 9 off their 50 overs. Top scoring for the Netherlands was captain Peter Boren, who reached 74 not out. And pick of the Scotland bowlers was Sharif with 4 wickets, and then on the final ball of the innings a run out of his own bowling. And in the Scotland innings since lunch, second ball, Fraser Watts fell, caught Baresi behind off the bowling of Bakari, and Callum MacLeod, who had looked to steady the ship with Kyle Kurtzer, lost his wicket not long after that, bowled also by Bakari. Kyle Kurtzer currently on 39 not out, and Davy, as previously intimated, reaching 30 before falling just a moment before we came back on air. The covers were on, as was the rain, for a good hour, but the skies have brightened, the sun is back out now, and we're looking forward to the remainder of this Scotland innings. So we have a lovely view of Manafield there. You're seeing it resplendent in sunshine, which is a stark contrast to the way it looked an hour ago. Hegelman comes in, bowls again, pulled away by Neil McCallum. That should go for 4. A bit of confidence booster for McCallum early on. As we look at the ground staff, who've been kept busy today by the changeable weather. And you get the feeling that this is an important partnership for Scotland. Arguably 2 of Scotland's best batsmen at the crease. Tantalising stuff indeed. Yes, we'll be at the City Lights Grange on the 11th, 12th and 13th for that tri-series between Ireland, Scotland and Sri Lanka as we rejoin play. That was Peter Boren's second ball of the 27th over. We'll be providing live ball by ball coverage throughout the day. Tommy Hegelman comes into bowl now from the pavilion end, and Kyle Kurtzer with what's become something of a trademark shot for him in this game, leaning back, cutting through the covers. Scotland have scored many runs from that position. And those 2 runs for Kyle Kurtzer bring up both the 100 for Scotland and the 50 for the man himself. And it's McCallum to face this ball from Tommy Hegelman. Comes in, it's a full toss. It's a full toss caught at mid wicket, and McCallum is trying to suggest to the umpire that that should have been called a no ball. We'll have a look at the replay and see if we can tell you anything about that. McCallum faces it. He's trying to suggest that it's coming in at chest height. I'm not quite sure that's fair. McCallum walks off. The end of what seemed like a promising innings for him. He's not at all happy about it. Have a look at that scoreboard. The first innings total for the Netherlands, in case you're confused by what you're seeing on your screen. The Netherlands did reach 180 for 9 of 50 overs. That has been the target, though it has been revised down to 162 to win for Scotland. That was because of a rain delay. And we will be playing 41 overs this afternoon instead of the original 50. Ken McCurdy is out on his John Deere. We'll follow him round, I think. There he goes. And I think he's going to repaint the lines. Oh. Berrington taking a wild swipe at that ball from Bakari, big edge and a good catch at first slip. Let's take a quick look at that again. Yes, good take at first slip there. That means Scotland's 5th wicket down. Richie Berrington goes for 10. He's facing the right arm spinner Tom Cooper, who's come on, he's changed ends. Oh, and a delicate little nudge round the corner. Certainly 2 there. And a great shot by Kyle Kurtzer, playing with such confidence. Just placed the bat under the ball, float it down to fine leg, and big shot. 6 runs, straight over mid wicket. Kyle Kurtzer deciding enough is enough. They're not going to let the overs run down and put them under pressure. So Peter Seeler, who's actually bowled rather well today, I think, is continuing from the pavilion end. What can he do to stop Kyle Kurtzer's relentless march towards victory? Again, Kurtzer steps back, punishes the ball through the offside, and those are the winning runs for Scotland.
Well done, boys. Two good wins.
Yeah, fantastic. It's always good to get back-to-back victories. You know, we'd been struggling there in CB40 hunting any victories, but I knew we had the ability, and you know, just we needed to get a full game together there, and we've done it today. Our performance in the field at the start was fantastic, and we had a good partnership. We knew that could happen at some point, but we finished well, and then we had, you know, Kyle's just showed his class totally there in his perfect innings, man of the match innings, I would say.
Gordon, great couple of days for Scotland. How have you reflected on these 2 victories?
Well, yeah, fantastic results for the guys. We've been playing really good cricket, but from my point of view anyway, and I think Pete will say the same in the CB40. And we've just not managed to put a full game together really, and you need to do that against high quality opposition, the opposition we've faced. And you know, it was always going to be a good test to see how far we've come playing an associate side, and Holland are a strong side at the moment, and you know, just shows the effort the guys put in to get 2 victories has been fantastic. We've had great individual performances, but really I think the key thing, and we showed it at the end of yesterday's game, was the spirit of the team, togetherness, has really shone through in these 2 matches, and I think that's what's got us through.
Yeah, there seemed to be a real gutsiness in yesterday's performance. I wonder if you look at today's performance and look at the bowling this morning taking 9 wickets, and then the performance of Kyle this afternoon as the spine of the batting performance. Is that the complete performance? Is that you stringing everything together? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I don't know what a coach will say, but if you're looking for a perfect performance, you probably want to lose less wickets and maybe roll them for a bit less. So, but yeah, fantastic performance from Safian today up front. Making your debut can always be a difficult thing, and the more results you get, the bigger, you know, in these games. And if you come in and you get 4 wickets your first game, it can only give you confidence for the future. And we need guys to come in and perform. We can't offer them, you know, we're not looking for them to take 10, 20 games to get up to speed. They need to be up to speed from the start, especially with the big games coming up. So it was a fantastic performance from him, and the other guys around it supported him. Gowdy bowled really, really well as 3 wickets and kept it tight, and I think that was the main thing. We never let them get away. And batting wise, Kyle just shows his class. You know, we know the class of the individual that he is, the way he bats. We've seen it against us this year already when he scored 100s against us, and you know, he's just a classy batter, and he took all the pressure on himself. And guys batted around him. Mac had done well, Richie done well, and gave him and Josh gave him that support. And he took us all the way, and that shows the class of the individual and the strength of character to bat the whole way through and see your side home.
And Pete, he looked like he just wanted to finish it off with a flourish at the end. He'd had enough. He wanted to hit the winning runs as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I think games like that you want to finish with a couple of overs to go. Avoid any sort of last minute pressure, which we saw from yesterday. That it can happen. And we did well there. Put them under pressure. We didn't want to be in that same sort of pressure. And it was good that Kyle took that responsibility, as Gordon said, to see us home. And it's an important thing for a team and a player to do that.
How much confidence can you take from this going into the Tri-Series next month against Ireland and Sri Lanka?
Yeah, look, we set out we wanted to win these 2 games. And that was our challenge. And we also wanted to make a statement. I think a few people probably have written us off at various times over the last sort of couple of months, and as Gordon said, we've put in some pretty strong performances. We just haven't got across the line, and we know we aren't where we want to be yet. We're still trying to work on our game, and we're trying to have that complete game. But at the end of the day, it is about getting across the line, and however you do it, that's the important thing. So for us, it was a good statement. We're looking forward to the 2 big games coming up, but we'll take them one game at a time. Really.
It's a work in progress, as you say, but how much encouragement can you take from the ICC's reversal of its decision to go to a 10-game World Cup?
Yeah, I think that you need to have something that you can aim for. You have to have something to aspire to, and the reversal of that decision has meant that all associate nations have that opportunity. And for us, it's something to aim for. For cricket in general in Scotland, it's something that for us, we can promote the game. But we'll head towards that. Definitely. And I'm really pleased that reversal decision has happened. You can't have a World Cup if only 10 teams are allowed to go to it, as far as I'm concerned.
You can see the ball was just starting to shake towards the player.
That'll go the fingers of Billy Bow. Unbelievable scenes here. Yes, Sam, well played. Throw your bat in the air, throw your helmet away, pick him up, put him on the ground. They've been brilliant.